Okay, start my video. Hello.
Oh man, Ed's in already.
Yeah.
Ed's in already.
So the RFP didn't get included. All right, so. All right, I'll just share that one.
I'm not, oh, my camera's not open. That's why I'm not showing. My camera wasn't open.
Okay.
My volume's not turned on. Sorry. You want? Yeah. Hi, Ed.
Oh. Let's see. Sorry, we got to meet this week. Got so much going on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. All right. Okay, I'm ready, but we got a few minutes. We'll be back.
Looks like you and I again. Oh, Ed's somewhere. I think you're muted, Sharon. How are your eyes, Bill?
Hey, good. Thanks, Tony.
What'd you have done?
I had a limbo relaxing incision for astigmatism.
Okay.
So they put a couple of cuts in the side of your cornea. It's like,
Ooh.
holy cow. Really?
Yeah.
It only hurts a little.
Oh, good.
Now I finally got my screen back so I could unmute. Hi, Tony.
There you are.
Ed was
Yeah, and
here.
you're on the high seas there.
That was on my transatlantic. We went from Spain to Florida, and that was
Nice.
a picture off our balcony.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was
That was
beautiful.
pretty.
Ed said we had a few minutes, so he disappeared.
Yeah, I'm
Here he
back.
comes.
There he goes. Looks
You
like
guys
he's
got
bringing
food.
I had to get dinner, guys.
It looks like he's bringing food.
Yeah, sorry.
Is that our Christmas party, Ed? And you didn't bring any for us?
That was last week.
Oh, that was last week.
No, this is just a little dinner. Nice. Good. Good, Bill's here.
I'm here, Ed.
Good, we're gonna need you here because we got
Oh,
some
boy.
important business to do.
What do I got to do?
Well, we have to turn that grant in early January. So we're committing to getting that money.
Yep.
Okay. Just saying that we did submit the intent, but now I'm going to be meeting. Well, I'll explain it in the meeting, but we will be meeting with Juliet to get this thing submitted.
Good.
Well, it is $1 million.
What they say,
Yeah.
$1 here, $1 million there.
Yeah.
I know.
real money.
Pretty soon you chuck it. Yeah.
All right. Who we got on? Tony, you letting him in?
I don't see anybody,
Good.
so I don't know if you see anyone either. I just see the four of us at this point.
Yeah, let me see.
Well, Jeremy said he wasn't coming.
Right, I
Right,
know
Jer-
Jeremy's,
Right,
I've got Jerry
Jeremy's
absent.
not coming, right. Oh, there we go. I finally found the waiting room. And there, I have to admit him. Okay, there we go. You gotta find the waiting room, then you can't,
Yeah.
then you can let people in.
Or you just have Bill who sends me a text, or Jim Ball sent me a text. Have Ed let me in, will you?
Yeah, that's what Jim Ball does.
Right.
right, yeah. Yeah, I don't see a waiting room. I don't know if Christina
Oh,
didn't.
I do.
put
His
me back
Terry.
into it.
I got
Oh,
him.
somebody made me a. code.
Okay, then yeah, that's right. You should be it.
I'm letting him in, so I'm watching him
I
right
think you're the
now.
co-host now, Bill.
Yep, here comes Terry.
Mhm.
Terry's here, Manir's here, Sharon's here, Ed's here,
Who we missing?
waiting for Stan,
Oh, yeah, Stan and Jim.
right?
You in Florida, Terry? I suppose you are. No, not yet.
Oh, yeah.
Go after you go after Christmas, don't you? Early January?
No, actually, we're gonna leave on the 23rd, gonna leave on Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Going to Virginia, spend Christmas with my daughter and then keep going.
Yeah, you're not going to Florida though on the 23rd. Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Sounds
That
nice.
should be nice though.
Yeah,
Gonna
wait
be
for
a
Ray
zoo.
too.
It's gonna be a zoo, but one of those family zoos that turned out to be fun, you know.
Good. Well, we get 2 minutes, guys.
Yep.
Ah. Glad everybody's staying healthy.
Yep, so far.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of people we know.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
The dynamics for Christmas is going to be very interesting here. Yeah, I don't know how that's all going to work, but oh, well. I don't see anybody in the waiting room.
Yeah,
Me,
give them a minute or so, I guess.
Minute, okay.
That's 6:50. I have 6:58 right now.
That's what I have.
Yeah.
Must have the same server as I do.
Yep. Yeah.
so what's a quorum? 5?
3.
Well, 3.
Oh, 3?
Right.
Good.
Yeah,
That's
we
what-
have a quorum if we need it. Yeah, I didn't get any note from Stan or Jim, so.
Jeremy was the only one I saw.
Yeah.
Hey, Ed, while we have a couple of minutes, I was in a meeting where the mayor talked about something called ClearGov. That's supposedly what they're all preparing their budgets in, and it's supposed to be so much better than Muni's. How come we're not seeing any benefit of that?
Well, yeah, and here's the rub. We're gonna be talking about tonight, the budget. And you can't, I mean, the budget is in a spreadsheet. And you can't even get it aligned to what we get in Mooney. It's like, I look at it and I just shrug my shoulders, so. You're right. I'm hoping, there's been some talk about doing that, but I don't know. I don't know what the effort is.
So they added a couple of modules to it. So this year, the department heads are going to be able to enter their budgets directly in ClearGov instead of Munis. So,
Does that mean that we could use it, Bill?
yep. So you should be getting training, Ed, and anybody else who wants to get it.
Wow. Yeah, I haven't seen an email in the training app. That's
Yeah.
probably coming up. Okay.
Well, considering that Ian usually puts our budget together and gets it ready for us, wouldn't he?
He
be the
might be
one?
doing it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
He hasn't had training on it yet?
I think he has, because the department heads and the town hall employees are getting the training first.
When is Marcia's last date?
She's gonna stay through budget preparation. So she's retiring, I think, the end of this year, but she's gonna stay on. And get this, the new finance director is gonna be, I can't think of his name, our auditor from
You already hired one?
the new guys, the new company. What the heck is his name? I can't think of it. Matt Bonin.
Oh,
B-O-N-A.
okay, I know him.
Yeah, we like Matt. Yeah.
Ah,
So he's been doing the town's books for the last 3 years, or doing our audit, really.
wow.
And he wanted to get on the town side or the municipal side of the process. He just, all the traveling was getting to him. So he lives, I think, in East Lyme, somewhere local. And Marcia's very excited to have found him or got him, so.
Oh, Ed, you're screwing everything up now.
Hey, I'm sharing my screen.
I know,
Aw,
but we got
man.
our own screens.
All right. I'm sorry I'm screwing up everything. Okay, I don't see anybody else in the invite, so I think this is all we have.
I think you're right. I see you, myself, Sharon, Terry, Manir, and then Bill and Ray. That's what I see. I don't see Stan. I don't see Jim.
All right, so now that you've done the roll call, that's good.
Yep. And then
So I'll
I'm
call this meeting to order at 7:02. Okay,
I'm the voting alternate.
right, correct.
Yep.
No residents, so wait a minute, I have the minutes up. Is there any corrections, additions, or omissions on the minutes?
I saw, I think, a correction. Under old business,
Okay,
continued discussion on the painting of the Fairway
yeah, I have it up.
Water Tower. It
Yep.
says interior instead of interior.
Oh,
Wasn't
yeah,
it-
that's right. That
it
should
was
be
the
interior.
interior we want to do.
No, we want to do the interior. It's right.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Good catch, by the way. That's a subtle one that could just slip right by.
That's the kind Terry usually catches.
Yeah, I know. Terry's slipping. Uh,
Sharon always catches these things.
That's
You
good.
know, I didn't read them that close this time. I was kind of rushing to get ready for the meeting, but that one just jumped.
Okay, how about any others? It's kind of thumbing through it real fast, but
And that was just editorial, so we don't need to make an amendment.
right.
Right,
We don't need to make it. It's just an editorial, correct?
Yeah.
So if I hear no other, any,
He didn't move the minutes yet.
Ed is moving them, Sharon, and you're seconding them.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm moving the minutes to be approved. That's right. We're getting this going real fast.
We're gonna
All
go
those in
fast,
fa-
yes.
All those in favor of the approval of the minutes of November 23rd, 2021, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed or abstentions? Hearing none, it's approved. All right, operations report. It's pretty innocuous. I didn't see anything in there. Other than, well, the one thing that came up is one hydrant in the Highlands may have to be replaced. Ray, what's the may? Is it, we can't get
Well,
parts?
Well, yeah, you can't get parts for any stuff, or you can't get parts for anything, but we're trying to see if they still have any parts for them. Of course, it's not a regular, it's not a hydrant that's off the shelf. It's something strange, so we've been looking around for different parts.
Geez, I guess, I mean, how long are you gonna wait? Just until you give up, until you can't get the part, or?
Well, yeah, until somebody says they don't make them anymore, which
Okay.
I'll have to find out when that is.
All right, so, yeah, I always get a little nervous about safety things.
Yeah, no, it's if we have to use it, we could. It just leaks by, so.
I
so
got you.
We can get that going, just that, I told the guys to take a look at it while I was gone, see what we can get. And then-
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, no service correspondence, which is good, but we do have the agent report. We collected 118,000 November, and because it's always December and that the 0 to 30 days is a little high, but the rest of it's fairly good. Unless I hear anything else.
Well, our meeting's a little earlier this month too,
Oh, that's right.
because
That's right.
the collection is till today. Because I looked at that and said, why are we so low? But we're a week early on our meeting, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's catching what it is today, right, this week. So you're right. Good observation. So it's probably nothing unusual then. Let me see. I can't make heads or tails of this. So, I mean, it is reflecting, so if when we go to the budgets later on, there are some numbers here. We'll go back to this, but I am.
No, I want Terry to explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have enough time, Sharon.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, there are
You hate
some
those
numbers
reports.
there are some numbers I can, the metering numbers look okay, but when it comes to some of these other things, I'm lost. Same thing with the sewer, although the sewer is important because I want to look at the electrical. That's electrician. Where is sludge hauling? All right, that doesn't look too bad. Oh, here we are. Electricity and heat. Oh, we're not bad. So it looks like even our gas and diesel is not too bad. So, all right, what other red flags? I don't see any. Okay, we won't stick with this too long. We go to Steve's report. He talks about the bid package. He also talks about the fact that we broke a 3-inch PVC plant water line between the buildings. Now, the reason that line broke is because they really, the pressure control in the pump is not very good. And they have this, what they call a surge tank. But apparently they don't, if the surge tank loses vacuum, it's no longer a surge tank. So the pressure in the pump goes up too high, it'll break plastic line. So we're looking at trying to put a vacuum pump regulator on that tank so they don't have to manually check. See, it has to be manually checked. And obviously, anytime you do manual check, it doesn't happen. So hopefully we can avoid this in the future by fixing that surge tank with a vacuum pump with a controller on it. Anything else? Nope. It's just our operator has completed for a class 1. Take the test for the class 1. Okay, on to our old business.
Hey, Ed.
Yeah.
Stan just joined.
Oh, Stan's here. Hey, I wasn't watching participants. How did Stan get in here?
He emails people.
Oh, did I get an email? I must have gotten an email, but I hadn't paid attention to it. All right, Stan, sorry, didn't see you. I'm looking at the report here. Okay, so Ray, is there any status on the Gallup Hill demolition or what?
Yeah, they had a meeting. The contractor said he was gonna get back to us in a couple weeks. He wanted it a little colder. I think because of the swampiness, he wants that ground to harden up. And that's all he told us.
Well, that's amazing. I thought that was on a hill. I thought the tank was on a hill.
Yeah, but the low spot where they drive through is a area that's real wet, halfway between the tank.
Wow.
So he was finishing up some jobs and then he was gonna get to it. He gave us a way that he was going to cut the tank and bring it down, and we were just waiting for a hit because we were waiting for a crane pick his plan, but he said he doesn't use a crane. So he has to get us the plan, and he hasn't got that yet either.
Geez, what does he do? Pick it up and roll it out?
Yeah, he says he cuts, I'm gonna say 10 to 20 feet off the top, slices in half, cuts a hole in it, holds it with a cable and brings it down with like a forklifts.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I
Wow.
haven't, never seen that one. We had a guys come from Indiana that took our tank down at the plant and they cut it up and had 2 pieces of equipment take it apart and it was down within 4 hours.
Wow.
That's
So-
why he wants frozen ground. Those
Yeah,
forklifts, when you raise them all the way up to the top, they get kind of tippy.
Yeah, it should be interesting. If I get a real date, I'll send it out.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. That'd be
Yep.
fun to see. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, on to the next thing. Is there any word about what it's gonna cost to do the other sites, the demo?
No, we did give it to them, just to gave 'em a rough set of plans and asked them to give us a price.
Okay, good. Excellent. Yeah, we're not in any rush, but we do need to get it done, I guess.
Yep.
Okay, so the next item is the waste treatment feed pump station status. That has been submitted to Marcia for.
And I'm sorry, did we skip over the Fairway Water Tower painting?
Oh, no, yes, we did. I'm sorry. Let's go back to that. There's the painting of the Fairway Tower. Where are we in that, Ray? We're looking for, actually, aren't we looking for a quote or something to get to the interior of the tank?
Yeah, but they're not gonna do that till the spring.
No, we were gonna try to put take a look inside. I
Yeah.
didn't get anybody to go inside, put a remote control camera down there. I'll have
But
to
that can
get
be-
some prices to take a look at it.
That can be done anytime, right? That doesn't have to be wait till the spring, right?
Oh, no, yeah, that can be
Yeah.
done. It's just,
Yeah. Okay.
I
All
didn't,
right.
I didn't get anybody to do it.
Okay.
It's gonna be a few thousand, I don't know a price on it yet, so, they usually cost a little less than 5,000 to get
Okay.
somebody up there and do it. So I can, when I get after the first of the year, I'll ask some companies to give us a quick test, and plus I was gonna check, because we did it every 5 years you do it, so I can check the films and see what we got.
Okay. I mean, we should do it before.
Yeah, no, we might as well. I'll
Right.
get it going.
All right.
So another question, Mr. Chair. Ray, the outside top, basically the roof of the tank, the mayor had posted quite a few months ago videos, I think taken from a drone of the surface. And it looked like lichen or could have been rust, but I think it was lichen. Any idea or update on what the outside looks like?
Yeah, we went up there, and we took pictures. I don't know if you were here, Bill, for the pictures I sent in. One of the guys went up, grabbed it. That was like, it's just a chalky of the thing. The black stuff was just washed away. It was just dirt.
Okay, yeah,
So, but that, that tank's what, at least 15, almost 20 years old, I
15.
think. 15 years, I think it is.
16, yeah.
Yeah, so it's usually the coating lasts at least 20 years. So you're gonna have to figure out what to do with that, how to paint it.
Yep, okay. thank
Bill,
you.
that's why we're trying to do see what's going on with the interior, to determine
Yeah.
if we have to paint just the
Yep.
exterior or both.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I'm more concerned about the interior, but I want to make sure we answer the mayor's question about what.
Oh, we did. He was on the meeting with us when we talked.
Oh, he was,
about
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you.
Yep. Okay, so I'll just go back to, sorry about that. We'll go back to item 4. Marcia is submitting the request for quote for the feed pump system for the sewer plant. So we should be hearing back. Obviously, I'm assuming next meeting we'll go over the quotes we receive. And that is going to be an ARPA expense. I don't know how you call it, but okay, any questions on that? That's you guys know what we're talking about there. So we'll go to status number 5. So this has some discussion. I received sort of an urgent email from Julia, our planning and zoning, and she was really concerned about this not being shovel ready. There was a whole other concern she had. which I addressed with Matthew. However, the grant is going to be, needs to be submitted in early January. So Matthew, myself, and Julie we're scheduling a meeting next week to get this out, to fill in the blanks and put it out. It is shovel ready. I mean, you saw the design. The other extension really is going into an existing line. So we really know, basically, we're just increasing the line size. So that would be shovel ready also. One final note. So Ray, this is, you're going to get a call from Matthew. They wanted to get a sounding of rock and ledge, but I did tell him that many years ago, we put a water line down Colonel Ledyard Highway. And then you guys knew where the rock and ledge was.
Well, I think I answered this last time. We weren't involved in that. That was a Rich Johnson
Yeah, right.
job, and we looked at the profiles, which you have none, and there's no rock shown except for if there was a rock outcrop on the drawing. So there's nothing that, even in the books we looked at, there's nothing that says what's out in the ground.
Right.
So there's nothing there, even though I did see I remember many years ago, there was some pretty big rock they pulled out of there.
Oh, yeah,
But
those,
they didn't record it.
nobody put it down in the field books or put it on a set of plans that shows where ledge was taken, or even rock, because you put anything down. You've spent money on rock, but I don't know where it is.
All right, I'll communicate that to Matthew, but I mean, it's kind of sad that we didn't record that, because now we have to go back in
Yep.
and test it. So he has a
And
quote.
that was Rich Johnson. That's why we don't use Rich Johnson anymore.
Right.
They
Right.
did not record things. Groton Utilities found big holes in the records given to them.
Is he still in business?
Yes.
He is.
Yep.
Not in Ledyard.
Nope.
Well, yeah. I'm surprised Ledyard didn't put him out of business. Okay, well. So.
Almost
I guess-
did.
He almost did, yeah. So I guess, Ray, it's funny because there is a water line there and they did take out some big rocks. We just don't know where they were.
Right.
And I didn't see them blasting, so I don't think they hit any ledge.
No, they went down the center of Colonel Ledyard Highway, where we're going down the side, right?
Right. The only thing we would learn, Bill, is, if they hit ledge in the center, we certainly going to hit ledge on the side, but.
Exactly, yeah.
But, well, okay, I'll relay that to Matthew, because he has a quote, but he has to work on it. But we need to get that done to get a more definitive cost in the future.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm glad we had that.
Boulders.
Yeah. Okay. So again, I'll communicate. I'm hoping we'll get this out. Well, I'm not hoping. We will get this out by early January.
So finance meets January 5th and
Yep.
then town council the week after.
Yeah, so I guess I may have to make a friendly amendment to this agenda. Tony, we probably should make a vote, Bill, to recommend to the town council that we are submitting a request for a grant.
Yeah,
We don't know the amount.
Yes, I do.
No.
It's $1,050,000.
And we know that even without knowing about ledge.
Yeah, we were given an estimate of 2.1 million for the two phases. And that's the best knowledge we have. I'll be honest with you, if we only get the grant for $1,050,000 and it's a little bit more, I don't think that's going to be a real crisis for us.
Well, I think the crisis is that the council hasn't voted to support the other $1 million.
Well, that's
Correct?
why I'm bringing this up.
Yeah.
So
When's the council going to prioritize and what they're going to decide where the money's going to go?
So check with Marcia about the grant application process. There's a new procedure, which is very clear, very simple, about the steps you need to go for a grant application. And you should be ready to bring that to the January 5th meeting. And Sharon, to your question, the council and really the finance committee is still weighing all all of the projects that they have on the list for ARPA funding, and sewer line and the multimodal trail are both, I think, highly prioritized, like we're planning to do it, but there has been no vote.
So
And
how many millions of dollars do we have in potential projects versus how many millions of dollars we're gonna get?
4.3 is what we're getting.
And how many
Yeah.
millions do we have proposed?
Actually less than that.
No, really?
Yes, yes.
Well, that's good.
Yep.
I thought we were gonna put in for the entire project, all the phases,
Yes, 2.1, it's
Right.
2.1 million.
right?
Right, but you know, the problem is we can't miss the grant submit
Right.
date.
Right. You want to submit the grant application because it cuts the cost in half, right?
Right, and if you were to, and I had a conversation today with Matthew on this, we look pretty good at getting it.
Yeah.
This, if you look at their criteria, we check all 5 boxes. We are, this is what this money now, it's not fair to anybody. This grant money came out of nowhere. You know, nobody was really expecting this. And all of a sudden, boom, it was laid in our lap and the schedule's tight. So Bill, I give all sorts of apologies. I don't want to pressure anyone, but you know, we got, state has their rules and their schedule. We if we're going to take advantage of it, we got to do it. So
Well, what's the schedule?
the
when does it happen?
schedule, yeah, it was early. I didn't get exact date. It's early January. For the
Okay, but
first
here's
week.
the problem, because Bill says that finance is meeting on the 5th and the council's meeting on the 12th. So
Right.
we can't submit a grant application without council approval before January 12th.
Yeah, I'll have to get the exact date.
Get the date, and I think council would schedule a special meeting if we had to. So,
Right, but that's why it's important to
Yeah.
know the date. We're already into December and
yeah.
But
Yeah.
don't you need a vote from us in support of this or not?
Yeah, you
I-
should.
Should we, or is it just an informational item for council?
I think it would be safer to just vote on it.
no, we need to vote on approving of the application for the grant, even though we're not seeing the application. We need
That's what
to
I'm saying.
approve it
Yeah.
before the
Right.
council does.
Yeah,
You're voting to apply for a
Mhm.
grant.
yes. For the Ledyard Center sewer line.
Correct.
Amount
Phase-
again, Ed, amount again?
The amount would be approximately $1,050,000.
That's what we're applying for, $1,050,000.
Correct.
I second that motion to apply for that grant.
Yeah, it's free money, guys.
Nothing's
know,
free.
You know, so is there any further discussion on this? Any concerns?
How are we going to fund the rest of the project?
The rest would be
Second phase?
with the ARPA fund.
Okay,
Yep.
So what we're looking at, and Bill says, well, we haven't even spent all of the 4.3. It's possible we'll be giving back $1 million, but you know,
we can run a water line up to the town garage.
you know.
Long memory, Stan.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised, Stan, that you didn't say we could spend $2 million to fix Highland water system.
And there you go. That's the next one.
I mean, you know,
Problem solved.
right. I didn't want to ask Ray what, you know, this hydrant that's broken there, what line it's on. Is it even worth fixing?
Okay, I need
okay,
somebody to
so-
give me, the wording of the motion. What
Well,
exactly?
the
we're
wording of the
moving.
motion is the WPCA recommends to the town council applying for a grant
Okay,
for the alleged sewer line of $1,050,000.
okay, got it.
And the state has this funding for actually, believe it or not, water and sewer projects. So, okay, so I'll close the discussion. There's no further discussion and entertain a vote. All those in favor of the grant signify by saying aye.
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 All those oppose, all those abstain, hearing none, it's the recommendation is approved to the town council. Good, got through that one. I'm not going to go into the replacement of the Highland water main status. We kind of know where we are there. I think, you know, that's going to depend on what monies we have left over. and what the town is willing to spend.
So Ed, I have an update on that, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
I asked Steve Maslin, Director of Public Works.
Oh,
what
yes.
we have spent, or at least what our repair history is in the Highlands for main breaks,
Yeah.
because I'd like to compare that to the cost of replacing all the mains,
Right.
justify the project, and also to compare it to the cost that the town has incurred in squaw-served areas. And he replied, he said, I'm sure Groton Utilities keeps records. So I really want to know from him though, what's our history of repairing roads in both squaw-served and Highlands? So that's where we are with it. And I'll keep on that till.
Okay. Thank you.
Better answer. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. That's a good way of looking at it, because it could save us money too.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so next is the status of the Groton Utilities contract. Now, I got an email from Ian saying that the service contract's not due until 2023. So we will not be looking at customer service. We'll only be looking at the operations. Now, Terry, this that they have actually attached to this thing is all screwed up. But this is the executive summary. I don't see a lot of changes. The only thing, obviously the dates, all the dates will change. There's one thing we're going to need some help on, and that is the current state of the system is not, I'm scrolling down to get, all right, here we go. So the current state, I doubt the Highland service areas changed in population. I'm not sure, maybe Ledyard Center has, not sure if Gales Ferry or Avery Hill. So these are the numbers we have as of 2017. I'm sure that Gales Ferry is going up. I'm sure all these numbers are different. And I'm sure that the population, let me look at it. Well, the number of meters, customer counts, valves, and hydrants may have changed too. I'm not sure how accurate we have to be on these numbers.
Oh, can't our current support contractor be asked to update those numbers?
Yes. Yeah.
I was waiting for you to ask that. Yeah, I looked at it.
That's a Tina thing right there. That's Tina.
Yeah,
I was trying to be subtle here.
Thanks. Just hit me with a hammer. No, I'll get that. And the system sampling points, they changed, and your numbers have changed. You don't have 4 systems anymore. You only have the center of Ledyard and
Oh,
Gales
that's
Ferry.
right. That's
So
right.
Everything else has changed. So
Yeah.
I'll take care of that when I get back.
Yeah, I can send you the Word document for this if you want. And then
You want me to type it?
No, I used to hate that when I was a contractor and I was asked to do all the work. No, we're not going to ask you to do all the work.
We'll send you everything
Right.
in an email.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so that's that. Okay, so we're going to get to the real challenging part of the business, and that is the budgets. Now, I don't know if this is going to come out. You know what? I'm going to share another. I'm going to share another thing because this isn't looking too good. Let me do a stop share and a new share. Let's do one that you can read. All right, here's the sewer budget. Share, bang. All right, can you see that? Is that readable?
No, can you enlarge it?
Oh.
Yeah, I can. I will zoom.
Put it on normal view, Ed.
Yeah, how's that?
Yeah.
But get rid of the page view.
Can you, is this good?
Upper left, click on normal.
Oh, on the share?
No, in Excel, upper left corner.
Oh,
Normal.
Well, man, that disappeared, didn't it? Now,
Now make it bigger.
yeah, how's that?
There you go.
You got it?
Good.
Okay, so this is the sewer budget. So Ian did warn me that there are certain things that we can change. Certain things we can't. And I don't know if it's the yellow that's showing a percent increase. You notice he's got changes. They're all zero except for some items. Obviously, looks like supervisors shift and
Yeah,
lab tech.
they're contractual. They
Yeah,
look
you
like
gotta
their
change it.
salaries and the things that
Right.
are attached to that are in yellow. But the budget is balanced and it's a very slight increase over last year's.
Yes.
So I mean, I don't really see, unless you see something glaring, I thought the budget looked pretty good.
No, it actually does look pretty good. Because everything in here is contractual, including the customer service, which I thought we had to change, but we don't. So you're right. It's pretty tight, but it looks pretty good. That's
Well,
why I showed this one first.
Steve usually puts together a very tight budget and then he usually follows it quite nicely.
All right, so
Didn't we change the sledge hauling contract? I think they.
yes,
got
we
a new-
did. Yep,
Yeah.
we did. We went with somebody that was cheaper.
Cheaper,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So
is that,
that doesn't reflect that cost. No.
Yeah.
If you look at the past actuals, they've all been less than the amount we've budgeted. I
Right.
think that's a place that Steve puts a little buffer in. I wouldn't want to take it away from him.
Yeah, we're only talking here, $3,000, Bill, 3,300. It's not
yeah,
a big number. Yeah, I'm thinking if it's, if we can go with this, it's good. I'm just hoping next year, of course, we get some development Ledyard Center and then the volumes go up, our revenue goes up, but our costs stay the same or a little bit higher, maybe for chemicals and sludge hauling, because we could be doing more sludge hauling next year if we increase our handling, our rate coming in. So let me now share the fun one. Let me get to that. This is the water budget. Where is it? Here it is. I hope that's it. Can you see that, or does that have to be zoomed? Why is this page?
Do the same thing with normal view.
Yeah. Ooh, that's really huge. Well, you can see it. That's too big, isn't it? Let me try, whoops, let me try a little smaller. Is that helpful?
You got a slider down the lower right-hand corner, you got a slider, you can,
Yeah, I got it. I don't know if you can see everything. Yeah, okay. I think
yeah,
you-
we can see it, we can read it.
all right,
that's good.
You can't see this change though. Let me, okay. I have a little trouble with that. Oh, it's not letting me incremental. Oh, sorry. There we go. Nope, still not letting me. All right, I'm done playing with this. Let me just put it there. Okay, you can see the account description. Oh, here's
that's
the
good.
deal. Is that good? Okay, good. He did increase the GU operating agreement annual, and so that's sort of in there, but we don't know what that cost. That's an unknown. Don't know what that cost is going to be. Customer service is known, so we're not playing with that. And okay, take a look at the water purchase used. Looks like 240,000 versus and 235,000 in the original appropriation on 22. That's going to go up by 3.5%. Both those numbers. Okay, that's the last increase, right, Ray? I think that's the last increase in the 3-year increase. I
I
believe.
think so. Yep.
Yeah, I think it is. So we need to increase that by 3.5%. And that means, of course, we're going to have to go with an increase. The one thing that I want to highlight is the CNR, country CNR. We may this may be an opportunity, and it's open for discussion, obviously, is to increase that a little bit too, particularly if we got to paint this tank.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't think there's, and we got to do some more demoing. This number is not enough. Now, I don't know what number we're thinking of. It may not hurt the ratepayers by going another $50,000, but that's something we can do the math for. All right.
Well, why don't we do the 3.5% on the 2 water purchase and see
Right.
what that does to the bottom line, and then back ourselves into the rate increase we want.
Yep.
And drop the rest into contribution to CNR.
That's what I'd like to do. Very good. We think
But-
alike.
One more question, Ed. Looking at the Groton Utilities contracts. It looks like he's estimated 2.5% on the
Yes.
operating. But if the customer service contract doesn't have to be renewed, as you reported earlier, then we should know what the inflation is.
Yeah, I believe that 3820 though is in the contract. I will check that with Ian. Let me write it.
Okay, so that's not a guess. That's a,
No, that's not a guess. And I think the other one was a guess because he was just flatline, not flatline, but he was just putting a curve, as to what they have been doing in the past.
Yeah.
So,
I thought we timed the billing to the water operations so they would co-terminate.
So did I.
yeah,
yeah, I thought we did too, but Ian thought so also, but then he discovered he pulled the service contract and it says 2023.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't know. We don't seem to be able to synchronize these things for some reason. Then
But we discussed last month, maybe we don't want them together anyway. So if we're gonna bid them separately, doesn't matter if they're synchronized.
I thought though that if we did, that Groton Utilities would give us a bigger discount.
So I thought, I agree with Bill. I thought we figured it out with, one of them was gonna expire so that they would be together. So I was surprised last month when you said that the actual service contract was up for renewal.
Is there a 1-year extension on, 2 1-year extensions on the water operations?
I asked that and they said we used them already.
We used them. If you look at, I'll have to go back, but if you guys looked at the contract that I kind of spun on you here by sharing it, it said 2017.
Okay.
Yes, it did.
So I think we're, 2022 puts us in right about what
5 years, yep.
5 years. So we're there, I actually saw the contract that we signed and I didn't share that with you guys, but Ian did share that with me. And it did say 2017. So
Okay.
we're
What
gonna
about
have
this,
to.
what about this, the other contract? Is Ian saying it's not up yet because we are still exercising options? Do we want to exercise an option?
That's a good question. Let me see if I can bring that up. I need to, hold on a second. I need to bring that up because I only saw, but I didn't see a year here. Right, this is,
Because I'm sure we were trying to get these two together.
Yeah, right. For years.
Yes,
well, I'm looking at dates. Year 1, August 1st, 220 to 221. And then year 2 is July 2021 to 2022. Then year 3 is no. So we don't have, I don't even see a 5. Do we have a 5-year?
I thought it was
This
just
one
a
only
3.
says 3 years. This one does not say 2-year extension on it. I'm looking right at it. I don't know why we didn't do that. Usually we do. No, I don't see, I just see 3 years. Says the term of this agreement shall be up to 3 years.
up
23
to,
month-
up to 3 years.
Oh, 23-month base period with a 1-year month-to-month option period.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what we did to get the two of them together. So we do want to bid both of them.
Yeah, but the 3rd year is 2023.
But that's an exercise option. You just said
Correct.
it was
It's
24
after
months,
three, it's after, I'm sorry, it's after 3 years. This term of this agreement shall be up to 3 years, which
Up
is
to.
up to, which is 2023. And then 23-month base period, 1 month.
but you also said it was a 23-month contract with an option for a year extension.
You know, it
You
does
just
say
read
that.
that.
Yeah, that's correct. 23-month base period with a 1-year month-to-month period. Yeah, that's
So if it's a 1 month, that would mean that we could bid it for July 1st. Otherwise, it's
Right.
gonna go on a month to month for the next year.
that's correct. So Ian didn't read this right. Okay, I'll throw this back at him.
I knew we worked so hard to get them to come together, so.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It shall be up to 3 years. But you're right. It says 23-month base period. Excellent. Okay. I'll point that out to him so that we'll get them both out. Okay.
Just when you do that, if I may interrupt,
Yeah.
your koozie program, I think Tina talked to you about this, that needs a big upgrade. If you guys still want to use that. Because we were looking at if we can dump it into our system. And if the contract was longer, we could probably save you money.
Yeah, so, and Bill, this is another use for that ARPA money. So one of the things that we did, the reason, Ray, we didn't want to do it was going to cost, I don't know, it was going to cost X number of dollars to get it
Right.
out of Koozie and put it into your system. And we were kind of shied away from it because the cost was high. But you're right, this is an opportunity to do it. Then our operating cost from then on in would be cheaper.
How much was the cost? I don't remember discussing. the
I
cost.
thought they gave me off the top of the head, it was like $100,000, but this was, Tina, nobody ever sharpened the pencil and actually did the work. It was just a guesstimate of
Because
how many.
Koozie's been an issue for years now, and it's cost us a lot of money, and
Yes,
it's not what Groton Utilities normally uses. So if we could get out of that, that would be a really good, this would be a really good time to do that.
and here's why. We don't have to pay for the salary for an operator to run Koozie.
Correct.
That cost would be cheaper for us and pretty significant, actually. So it is a cost savings attempt. But of course, Bill, here we go. We'd like to spend, that 100,000 to do this.
Yeah, so Ed, if you can send whatever you have on the cost of that over
Yes.
to me,
Yes.
and copy the mayor,
Yep,
because he's maintaining the actual ARPA list.
yep.
We can put it on the list and then decide if it goes on the ARPA list or if it goes on the infrastructure, assuming we get infrastructure funds down the road.
Right, correct.
But either way, if you can send the information, we'll add it to the list.
I will do that. I'll send a communication to Tina, and she knows the numbers, right, Ray? And I can just say, hey,
Yeah.
this is what we're thinking of doing. I'm not looking for definitive costs, just estimates, and throw me the numbers, and I'll send them to you, Bill, and the mayor.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So yes, Ray, you're correct. It would be great to get out of the Koozie system. It's costing us money, and there's licensing fees for Koozie too, which only we pay. Nobody else is using this system in the Groton Utilities service. So, and that's actually significant. That's a significant cost. So, okay, let me throw up. Wait a minute. We're already looking at the water budget. So I agree, Sharon. I think what we do is take a look at 3.5%. I'll put those numbers together. I'll send it out to you guys on the raw water cost. Look at the total cost that it raises, and then look at what we would recommend to the town council for a rate increase next year. And we'll include bumping up that CNR a little bit.
Right.
more. So,
That's
okay.
a good plan, Ed.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way to do it. I have no other business unless you guys, Bill, do you have anything, or Ray? or,
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Stan, Terry, no?
I
Manir?
do. Motion to adjourn.
If I don't hear any objections, so adjourned.
Second.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry
everyone.
Christmas, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Same-
Bye-bye.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye. Take
Same to
care.
you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Have a
Year.
great
Cheers.
holiday, everybody. So
Yep.
long.
Yep, goodbye.
Bye.